Good afternoon, YouTube. Xfile2708 back again with another rebuilding the collection video. As you can tell from the thumbnail, this is going to be recent online purchases. This small pile of about just under a dozen titles, I think, started off at, what was it, the beginning of the new year. So this is pretty much online purchases since the start of January. Obviously I've been showing CEX pickups in between, charity shop pickups, etc. But I hadn't got sufficient from online purchases. So all of these, I think, if I remember rightly, are between eBay and Amazon. So without further ado, let's share with you what there is. So this was a eBay purchase, I think £5 delivered, something like that in the end. It was one that was on a best offer. I saw this on, I think it was on my Fire Stick, probably mid last year. Saw it for the first time, absolutely loved it. It was definitely one that I wanted to add into the collection on physical media, ideally on Blu-ray. And like I say, saw it, I think it was around £8, something like that, with free postage. Sent the guy a cheeky offer of a £5, which he accepted straight away. And there we go. So we now have Play Misty for Me in the collection. So absolutely superb film. If you haven't seen it before, obviously with Clint Eastwood. But it is one I am looking forward to rewatching again very shortly. Very intense thriller, I'd say. But yeah, really good film. So Play Misty for Me. Next up, I think this was a heads up from my good friend Ash over at Popcorn and Horror. So I had already got this one on DVD. So that one went across to Lewis for his collection. So obviously the Blu-ray edition of Ty West's Innkeepers. So nice upgrade for me. Brand new and sealed off Amazon. I think it was just over £4 delivered. So no brainer for an upgrade and nice addition to my Ty West collection. So there we go. There's Innkeepers. These next two, I think, if I recall, were Amazon purchases. Now, I think they were 2 for £15, not 100%, 2 for £15. But randomly in the new year from Amazon, I got a £5 credit on my account. No idea what that was in aid of, but I took the opportunity to apply it to this order. So both of those DVDs, both of these Blu-rays worked out £5 each delivered. So first of all, one that I've never owned before, we have the BFI release of Tales, is it from the Hood? Yeah, Tales from the Hood 1 and 2. Believe these are horror anthologies. So like I said, never owned them before, never seen them streaming or anything like that. So heard good things about the first one, and I do love a horror. I do love a horror anthology. So looking forward to checking these out, and you know, I'm guessing if they're on the BFI release, then they must be half decent. It says Horror Meets the Hood in Rusty Cundiff and Darren Scott's politically charged horror comedy anthology series. Stories of abuse, corruption and racism towards the African American community are given the horror film treatment. Executive produced by Spike Lee, this cult horror favourite is presented alongside its 2018 sequel, which reunites the original creative team for more tales of terror. So looks as though the first one, it says, was released in 1995, and then this sequel in 2018. So yeah, nice brand new and sealed. Like I say, it worked out a £5, so I'm not going to complain at that one. Nice addition to my very small BFI collection. I think I've maybe got 3 or 4 titles now. So, but yeah, looking forward to checking this one out. Certainly the original, like I say, I've heard good things about. So there we go. Tales from the Hood 1 and 2. Next one, like I say, part of the 2 for 15, but with the voucher worked out a £5. One that I haven't seen before, but I have heard good things about it. I do enjoy a good religious horror, so looking forward to checking this one out. This is Sydney Sweeney in Immaculate. It says on the front, an unholy and unhinged feast of sheer terror. And this one, oh dear me, the colour of the writing at the bottom, I can't tell, but I'm pretty sure this was a movie that came out last year. Correct me if I'm wrong. It says Sydney Sweeney stars as Cecilia, an American nun of devout faith embarking on a new journey in a remote convent in the picturesque Italian countryside. Cecilia's warm welcome clearly devolves into a nightmare as it becomes clear her new home harbours a sinister secret and unspeakable horrors. So, I mean, it's one that I would normally check out on the Fire Stick first, but seeing it cheap on Amazon, brand new and with the voucher for a £5, I thought I'll add it into the collection. And fingers crossed, like I say, I do enjoy a good religious horror, so hopefully I'll enjoy this one. So there we go, guys. That's Immaculate. If anyone has seen that one, let me know in the comments if it's one you enjoyed or not. Next up, Blu-ray upgrade for me. Only rewatched this one a few weeks ago. I did talk about it on a recent Weekly Watches episode, going back a couple of episodes now. So it's A Girl Walks Home Alone at Night. This is a Iranian vampire movie with a twist, very much a I don't know, like a romantic side of things. Don't get me wrong, guys, I am not into, romantic relationship type movies at all, but there is a love interest in this one. But the way that it plays alongside the main story, it's done absolutely brilliantly. Like I say, pretty obscure that it is Iranian, and the whole movie is shot in black and white. So if you haven't seen it before, I think I gave it a solid 4 out of 5, I think, on my Letterboxd. But yeah, it's an absolutely fantastic world cinema movie. So if you don't mind films with subtitles, it's an absolutely brilliant watch. And like I say, a nice little twist on what you'd normally expect from a vampire movie. I won't say anything more, but by all means, check it out if you haven't seen it already, guys. So there we go. A Girl Walks Home Alone at Night. Next up, I managed to pick up another Screen Extra promo DVD. If you've been watching my previous pickups videos, you'll see that I've picked up some of the HMV promo DVDs. Now these were a set of DVDs. I haven't been able to find loads of information, even to the point I've looked online. I've even gone into my local HMV, speaking to one of the guys that I know has been there for absolutely donkey's years, and he's not been able to give me any information on these either. All I've literally been able to find out is it looks as though they were released over, I think, 2003 and 2004. I haven't seen any released, I don't think, after 2004. They may have continued them, but they were a set of promotional DVDs that you could purchase in HMV, and it was something done in conjunction with UGC Cinemas, and they're basically loaded DVDs with trailers for upcoming movie releases. So this one here you can see is the big one that was coming out at the time was Matrix Reloaded, and this is the Screen Extra DVD from May 2003. So you can see the HMV branding on the spine there, in the corner, up here as well. And then, there you go, it's a HMV branded disc as well. And then on the back, you've got your list of films that they're showing trailers for. I was going to upload some of these as full versions, but I'm not too sure if I can get away with uploading trailers onto YouTube without getting copyright strikes. So if you know, let me know in the comments, guys. Just as a an overview, some of the films that there's trailers for this on this release: Gangs of New York, 28 Days Later, Deep Space Nine, K-19, Irreversible, The Matrix, Once Upon a Time in America, Bowling for Columbine, Die Another Day, 8 Mile, Donnie Darko. Absolutely loads of stuff. So those are all previews or trailers. In fact, those are previews, and then there's a subsection called trailers where you've got the Hulk, Too Fast, Too Furious, Matrix Reloaded, Anger Management, etc. And then there's extra features, which is cheats and reviews, a UGC competition, and special features with Gang of New York extras, including interviews with director and cast. So just something different for collecting. I've got 2 on the shelf that I've shown already. This is the 3rd one. There's another one further down this this pile to show in this video, and then I've got another one to show in an upcoming charity shop haul. So I think 3, 4, that'll put 5 into the collection. So if anyone, I've asked it before, but I didn't get anyone commenting that knew the full story to these. But if again, if anyone has heard of these Screen Extra releases between HMV and UGC cinemas and can give me any more information, please let me know in the comments. So there we go, that's Screen Extra from May 2003. Next up, never seen this one before. I think it was a trailer that I saw on when I watched a movie a few weeks ago called Skinned Alive. So obviously watching it off physical media as opposed to streaming, it shows 3 or 4 trailers before the movie starts, and this was one of them that captured captured my imagination, or whatever the phrase is, you know. It looked decent, put it that way. But it's one called Bane. So if anyone has seen this one, let me know in the comments. But certainly from the trailer, it looks bloody, it looks gruesome. So very much up my street. So it says, warning, contains scenes of extreme violence. British horror at its absolute best. A scare-a-minute gore fest. Extremely glory? What the fuck? Extremely gory, a blend of psychological horrors and slasher sensibilities. Torture porn meets the Twilight Zone. There we go. We could be in for a treat on that one. But yeah, saw the trailer for it. Hopped straight onto eBay. £3 or £4 delivered to my door. So no brainer for that one. So looking forward to giving that one a first time watch upcoming shortly. So Bane. God help me on this one. Again, I've took a punt based on the trailer. Now this was a trailer that I saw, what was it called? On my weekly watches, not yesterday's one, the previous week. I showed, I think, Nazi Zombie Death Tales, I think it was called. Absolute stinker of a movie. But the same company, I think it is Safecracker Pictures, they released another one alongside it called Bordello Death Tales, which again is another horror anthology. I don't know. Certainly, this one looks better and more gruesome than Nazi Zombie Death Tales. So I've got slightly higher hopes, but you know, I'm going to go into it with low expectations. And if it gives me anything more than that, you know, it's a Brucey bonus. So it contains 3 torrid tales of terror. One called Stitch Girl, one called The Ripper, and one called, I think that says Vice Day. And it says at the bottom, just don't ask for a happy ending. Why not, I say? All for a happy ending. So there we go. Looks gruesome, very gory, brutal. So hopefully up my street. I don't mind low budget, trashy gore if it's done in a half decent way. So I doubt anybody has seen this one before, but if you have, let me know in the comments. And it's one again that I'll pop on the pile to watch shortly and mention in a upcoming Weekly Watches episode. So there we go, Bordello Death Tales. Right, we've got 3 to go. Next up, another one of the Screen Extra HMV UGC Cinema releases. This is from July, August 03, obviously promoting at the time Lord of the Rings 2 Towers. So it does say free with selected stickered HMV products and UGC cinema tickets. So again, it's got the HMV and UGC branding on the disc. Contains previews for Daredevil, Terminator 1 and 2 box set, Jackass the movie, Ghost Ship, Matrix Reloaded, Once Upon a Time in America, what else? Spy Kids 3D, American Pie, The Wedding, Bad Boys 2, again loaded with trailers and previews. So there we go, that's that one there, guys. Again, I think this was the guy had got it on eBay, I think about, bearing in mind I normally pay between £2.50 and £3 for each of these, as and when they randomly drop on eBay. They don't come on very often. I saw this one on there for a few weeks, I think it was, but the guy was asking £6, and I think it was still on there after 2 or 3 weeks. So I dropped him a message. Always pays to, you know, message people, be a bit cheeky. If, you know, if they come back and tell you to do one, so be it. But I messaged him and said I've brought 3 or 4 of these recently. The going rate is £3 to £3.50 tops. He messaged me back. He said, right, I've altered the auction. Send me an offer of £3.50 all in. It's yours. So good to his word. He accepted it, sent it through, and it's now in the collection. So that's the 4th one of the Screen Extra HMV promos that I've got, and that one's, like I say, July, August 03. So that's that one. Next up, got this one through from my good friend Craig over at Bumpers Movies. Link to Craig's channel in the description. This one only had a UK DVD release. I've been wanting it back in the collection. I haven't actually got it back on DVD in the collection at all since I've been rebuilding. But thought it's a film that I always enjoy. It's very obscure, but I enjoy it. And I thought if I'm adding it into the collection, I'd really like to get it on Blu-ray. Now, Craig does what's the phrase to use? Craig can quite happily download and sort out copies of films that either haven't had Blu-ray releases or they have had foreign Blu-ray releases, but they're stupidly expensive. This one, guys, I think goes for anything between £30 and £50 if you look for the import Blu-ray for it, and I wasn't prepared to pay that. Craig knocked me off a nice dodgy copy there with, it's a full 1080p rip. So yeah, it does say DVD on there, but it is a Blu-ray, and like I say, with a Blu-ray Amaray and all of the artwork, and gubbins on the back. So if anyone is after anything obscure, he does all of like the, you know, the Shudder exclusive releases, things like that. Head over to Bumpers Movies, link in the description, or get in touch with Craig through Instagram. That's how I dropped him a message, and he said, yeah, I can sort that out for you, no problem at all. So there we go. Escape from Tomorrow. Like I say, an absolutely weird and obscure film. Certainly won't be everybody's cup of tea. I absolutely love it. The controversy, controversy, that's it, I need coffee, behind this one. Disney tried to get this movie banned because it was filmed in Disneyland and Disney World without Disney's permission. It was all done covertly, and it's, like I say, it's a weird and fucked up film, but I absolutely love it. Needless to say, Rock God Nige, anything that I say is weird and I really enjoy. You think lately is a crock of shit, so I don't think I'll be recommending it for you to watch. But for everybody else, if you like weird and obscure, you like the thought that this is filmed without Disney's permission and they tried to get it banned, you know, that always gives it a couple of extra marks for me. But I absolutely love this movie and really pleased to have it in the collection as a Blu-ray release. So thanks very much to Craig Bumpers Movies for sending that one through. Much appreciated. There we go. Escape from Tomorrow. And then the last one to finish, guys. Again, if you've seen my weekly watches from a couple of weeks ago, you'll see that I watched Alligator, the 4K. That's the 1980 movie with Robert Foster. Fancied watching another alligator, crocodile creature feature, and one of the best ones out there, this is a lot more modern, is Rogue. And I think, let's have a look, 2006 this one came out, but it's from the director of Wolf Creek. Seen it a couple of times before. I think I used to have it on DVD in the collection previously. Say once I'd watched Alligator, I was like, right, I need to track down a copy of this one. Most of the Blu-ray releases I think were £10 to £15. This one was on there $6.99 it was. The guy, after I added it to my watch list, sent me a personal offer of $5.99 with free delivery. So again, no brainer. I snapped it up for the collection and looking forward to rewatching it again shortly. So there we go, guys. That's 2006 Rogue. So there we go, guys. That's my latest online purchases. Caught up with now. I have got a small pile of charity shop ones to show, probably over the weekend now, and a small pile again of CEX, but I'll catch up dribs and drabs of those over the coming couple of weeks. So if you have seen anything there, guys, that you've seen before and you enjoyed, please let me know in the comments. There's a few, like I say, that will be on the list to rewatch shortly. So those will feature in weekly watches as and when I get around to them. So there we go, guys. As always, please remember to like, comment and subscribe and all that good stuff. And I'll be back later on in the week with another video. Bye for now, guys.